What is up, my guys? Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be doing a reaction of The Vegan Teacher because I heard that Gordon Ramsay, which is the most badass cook around. I mean, if I was invited to go have dinner with Gordon Ramsay, I'd be like, hell yeah. Apparently roasted her, and I kind of want to witness it, and I want to see how her mental breakdown was to it. So let's go ahead and get started. Full screen this really quick. Let's get started.
Hi everybody! I'm just here at work on break.
First of all, what the fuck was that move? Like you're licking your own foot. Is that where you get your tofu? It's where you get your tofu. It's where you get your vegan fucking tofu right there. It's called tofu. Tofu comes from your toes.
I'm in the yoga room and just doing some stretching and stuff. I was here with all my doctor and my nurse friends and some physiotherapists and some
No.
dietitians too. And we were just all talking about what happened. You guys must have heard what happened. You know that vegan teacher, like, people don't really like her that much, and she's not really my favorite person. She can be a bit like, I don't know. Anyways, but like,
Yeah, it's you dressed up as a nurse called That Vegan Nurse. And you're like trying to come up a mean word to call yourself. I can come up with it. Pushy. Bossy. I might just show a picture of a piece of chicken. Give me chicken.
it really was kind of mean what Gordon Ramsay did. So, like, she was trying to ask him really nicely and politely, and actually that time she really was feeling really nice and polite. And she said, could you please stop hurting animals?
No, you were not. You were not nice at all. I'm not recording, am I? I don't know if I'm recording or not. Oh yeah, I am. Okay, there it is.
Hurting animals is wrong, Gordon Ramsay. Hurting animals is wrong, Gordon Ramsay. Share this song, and if you call me a donut, that's fine.
Vegan donut.
You're vegan from now on.
I just pulled up the roast. But you call that song that you said to him a roast. Or not a roast. Being nice. It's not being nice. And I watched, like, you've bullied, and I've watched other videos too. You've went up kids, like other kids that didn't care that you're vegan. They just went with it. You've bullied Daz Games. I've witnessed that, but Daz roasted you. And I've looked at every single one of your videos. The max upvotes I've seen for one of your videos was 111. And the most downvotes was 1,000. Plus. Like, it's cool you believe in saving the planet, but I mean, like, you shouldn't be enforcing it. It's not a new law. It never has been. I don't care if you're eating the gunk off your toes. I don't care that I do care that you're feeding your dog that. A dog needs meat in its nutrition. Your dog won't last a long time. My dog, German Shepherd, a normal age to them is 6 to 7. Ours is 12 years old, and that's because it's been on a meat diet. When you just eat tofu, and lettuce, yes, it's okay to have your greens. But when you just eat your greens, your body doesn't function right because you're not getting meat. Because the meat goes in the body and it gives you blood. It gives you, how do I word it? It's more so like a scientific word. I'm not good with scientific words. It gives you energy. And greens don't give you energy. They keep you healthy. So it's a good mixture. And from every health class I've been in there's no tofu on there. There's you got your greens, your juice, your milk. You got some sort of meat and some sort of, it's never been just greens, 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 greens. Yeah. Like, I'm not having almond milk with my Captain Crunch, because that's just not natural. Like, from what I've heard from many adults, where the hell's the tit on the almond?
And I asked him really nicely and politely, and actually that time she really was feeling really nice and polite. And she said, could you please stop hurting animals? Could you please stop being mean to them? And he just did like what all the other 12-year-old boys do. He just like pretended to eat a vegetable, and then
No. He acted like a grown adult. You're acting like a little 2-year-old girl who isn't getting what she wants.
just ate a burger, and then he started laughing at her. And I don't know, I just think it's mean, like, to be mean to people, to be mean to people. And of
Why are you saying that? You're the king of bullies.
course we all know how mean he is to animals, so that's just like terrible. So I don't know, we're not really sure. We were
I can't. No, I couldn't do those poses. That's like ultimate leg cramps for me. I don't know why you're doing poses on the camera, dressed as a nurse. Acting like a little child because Gordon Ramsay called you a vegan donut.
gonna talk about it, and a bunch of us were like thinking to ourselves, like one of the what Dr. Barnard said. Said, like, what would happen if all of a sudden, like,
We got an ad, boys. I don't know why I just
Gordon Ramsay was in his kitchen and he was like cutting all of the dead animals. You know, the ones that he paid people to murder for him? Like all the chickens.
What? What if he's just in there murdering the animals? Even the ones that he paid people to murder for him? First of all, woman, it's called a butcher. And yeah.
And the pigs and the cows and the lambs. Oh my goodness. Anyways, what if he was like cutting them all, and then all of a sudden I heard like a big noise, and then he wasn't looking properly, and then he accidentally cut his thumb. He cut his thumb, and it was like just hanging there. It was just like hanging there, just like.
You just went straight up and called Gordon Ramsay an idiot. When once has that man been cutting something, heard a noise, and was still cutting as he's trying to look for the noise? What idiot does that? He goes, I stopped cutting, put knife down, look for noise.
Hanging there by like a thread, and then he was like rushed to the hospital like this, and then he showed up in the emergency room, and we were all like, oh my god, your thumb is about to fall off, there's so much blood everywhere, let's help. But then we looked at his face and we were like, oh, it's Gordon Ramsay. He's the man who uses that thumb to cut up all those innocent animals who never did one single thing wrong. And the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics tells us that everybody can be vegan. Everybody, new baby.
No. I've never once seen a thing go, we all need to be vegan. We can be vegan if we wanted to. And top it off, hospitals have to help you. And plus, you don't go in holding your thumb. You wrap it up before you go to the hospital, kind of patch it up a bit, go to the hospital, and then they fix it. Okay? And you're making yourself, I'm giving you some advice. You're This, like, the Gordon Ramsay roasting you, this was on you because you went Gordon Ramsay be vegan, not Gordon Ramsay can you be vegan. You went Gordon Ramsay be vegan.
babies, kids, teenagers, moms, dads, grandparents, everybody can be vegan. It's healthy. So, you know,
It's not. Trust me, it's not. You need meat in your diet. It's science. Okay, we've all learned that from nutrition class. You need just the right amount of meat, just the right amount of veggies, just the right amount of fruit, just the right amount of milk or drinks, Something you need that stuff in your system.
he chooses to be mean on purpose. He chooses to murder them, and he has all these skills. He could choose. He could choose to cook anything at all. There's flax seeds. You can use that to make eggs into cookies and things like that. There's so many recipes. I mean, even if he's a terrible cook and he can't cook his own vegan food.
Did you just call Gordon Ramsay a terrible cook? Dude, Gordon Ramsay is the best cook I've ever seen on TV. You do not call that man a bad cook. Also, like, I've seen one of your other videos. It's vegan burgers or a Beyond Burger. Those are just fucking gross. My grandparents, see, they are on a diet. They can't. Like, my grandpa has type 2 diabetes. He can't. He has to watch what he eats. So they bought some and tried them. We all took one bite and spit them out. Like, we couldn't eat. It's nasty. Okay. And then second off, like, what about Thanksgiving? Okay, it's been tradition for hundreds and hundreds of years to have, like, a turkey. What do you have? Tofu turkey, Like, that kind of made me think about that. But it's not that healthy.
He could at least look up the recipes, but he's supposedly some really great chef. So why isn't he just only cooking fruits and veggies, nuts and seeds? Why? Why is he hurting the animals?
Okay, he doesn't kill the animals, okay? I don't know where he gets his meat from, but he doesn't go in his backyard and go take a chicken and go, I want to chop off the head of this chicken. He goes and buys his meat. Okay? Top it off. He does cook with veggies. He puts basil on his meats and, all sorts of goodies on there. He does cook with veggies. And he's cooked many great salads, too. I've witnessed it on TV. But he chooses to cook with meat, too. Because it's a unique food. It's a food. Okay, if animals were put on the earth to... Why did God put animals on the earth? Okay, and then top of it, like I've heard many other people say too. Why do lions eat meat? Why do wolves eat meat? And wolves are dogs' ancestors. Why do they eat meat? You don't see a wolf go out there and go eat fucking the fungus off their toes and call it tofu. It's literally called tofu.
Why? So, we were just imagining, all of us.
She just sounded like she was getting raped. Why?
We were talking, like, while we were doing our yoga and stuff, we were saying, what would happen if he showed up in the emergency
She's like, look at that patch of tofu. I want some of that tofu. You can see she's looking right at it. It's like, look at that tofu.
Apartment like that? What would we do? It's really something to
Here's your answer. You stick his finger up and send him on his way.
think about, isn't it? Like, because if we fix his thumb, if we fix it, he's going to just use that thumb and just keep holding dead animals again. He's going to keep cutting them up.
You sound like the girls at my school. They're whining. They're whiny. Well, not all the girls at my school. Just a few. Anyways, you sound like a little girl. Well, he's just gonna use it to hold dead animals. Yes, it isn't right to talk about dead animals in public. Okay? I would have to agree with that because some people are very sensitive about it. Okay, that's not something you mention. But stop sounding like a whiny little bitch. Okay? you, I don't, how old are you? You're a teacher. You have a job. You should be living a normal life. You shouldn't be on here trying to make everyone vegan. Okay. You made a video responding to Gordon Ramsay, and it got removed from TikTok. Maybe that should be a sign of, I'm not gonna be making people be. See, like your little chinchilla video. That wasn't trying to make people vegan. That was like, I got a chinchilla. Okay? You could be that type of channel, not the channel that's, you need to be vegan.
Oh, he's gonna hold a spoon with his thumb, and he's gonna like stir up eggs and cheese and things like that. It's like, oh my god, it's such an ethical dilemma.
Cheese.
Like, what would we do? What are we gonna do with Gordon Ramsay? So we were sort of saying, okay, like, so if we saw it and we're like seeing his thumb and he's like hanging there, and you know, we could like easily pull it back and like sew it.
You know nothing about medical school, do you? You're not a nurse. And if you were a nurse, I wouldn't trust you with my thumb, because you don't just sew the thumb together. You have to do lots of stuff, because also thinking about it, if you put enough pressure on it, you can go through the bone. If not, you're just cutting through the skin. So even then, it won't be dangling there. It's stitches you need.
Back on properly, right? Or we can just be like, oops, oh no, your thumb fell. And then somebody could just like quickly run and just like flush it down.
That's when you get sued. Okay? You don't quickly rip off someone's thumb and flush it down the toilet.
Toilet or something, you know? So that he can never use it again.
And he can still do stuff without a thumb. He's not going to chop off his whole thumb. You don't put your thumb right next to where you're cooking.
What would you do? What would you do? What would cause the least amount of harm in this world? Because that's what we really need, right?
Yeah. Maybe like... And... like violence. School shootings. Terrorists. We could all be in harmony. That can be ended. But ripping off someone's thumb because they hold dead animals? Don't you think that should put a little bit of worry into your mind about that? I mean, like, what person would go, oh my god, your thumb is dangling and I've watched you hold dead animals. What? Oh, I'm sorry, I flushed it down the toilet. Imagine the bill you would get for that. Top it off, that guy has like supercars, like his son driving a supercar. Imagine the amount of money he has, you know, like imagine the lawyers he has. Okay? You don't rip off people's thumbs. And hurting animals isn't hurting the environment. It isn't hurting people. Okay? Never has hurt anyone. Ever. Just leave that cause to your own thing. Don't use, like, the internet. Don't use it to force people.
We need to cause the least amount of harm. The least amount of suffering. I mean, I wouldn't want Gordon Ramsay to suffer on one level. You know, on one level, it's like, it doesn't seem right to make anybody suffer. But on the other hand, like, these leaders, these people who convince everybody else to harm everybody else, like, look at Hitler, right? Would you have wanted Hitler to keep living? No.
That's true. She's got one point. If Hitler was still around, the world would be much different. It was a good thing that he's dead now. Okay? But it's different. Hitler murdered people versus animals. There'd be a difference. If he just butchered animals, he'd be counted as a butcher. Not some dude who wanted to like remove almost every race besides the white race. And yeah.
Somebody had to stop him. So if Gordon Ramsay is going to use his thumb and keep paying for millions and millions of people to keep paying these animals for them to die because he has millions of fans and they're all going grocery shopping and they're all putting all this terrible stuff into their shopping carts, like all of this, it's just terrible. Oh my God, it was such a...
The mic for her just cringed. You can hear it. Bitch, you sound like a 5-year-old girl. Like, calm the F down.
Okay.
We're only 4 minutes into the video. Into this video, or I'm 20 minutes into this one. And like, all I've done is complain. I haven't found one upside yet.
I gotta calm down.
Yeah. And see a psychiatrist or whatever the hell they're called. What are they? I think a psychiatrist. I think that's what they're called. The people that help you with your emotions, that talk to you about them, all that. I can't remember what they're called. It'll most likely pop up to me. Anyways, calm the F down then. Just calm the F down.
I gotta calm down. Okay, deep breathe. Deep breathe. Okay. All right, I'm calm. But anyways, that was it was an interesting talk.
I'm calm. Okay, anyways.
Because, some of the people were also seeing, and he would probably be in a lot of pain, right? Gordon Ramsay would be in a lot of pain. And so, imagine that this is your morphine needle, right? This is your needle for morphine. And
would Gordon Ramsay still be cooking? Right now, if Gordon Ramsay was the idiot, if he was an idiot, to turn around and not look where he's cutting, do you think he'd be so super famous right now? Do you think he'd be in every TV show teaching people how to cook? No, he'd be some idiot in the kitchen if he did that. Yeah. That man is not stupid. That man is smart. You're making yourself look more stupid the way you're acting. I'm assuming by the way you look, you're probably like 70 and you're acting like you're 6.
He's done so many terrible things. He's killed so many animals and encouraged so many moms to buy dead animals. And he's encouraged so many dads to go out there and use their hard.
First of all, that's a natural thing for a man. They eat meat. And he doesn't... What's the difference between... He doesn't encourage moms and dads to go do that. He goes, this is how you cook this, blah, 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 blah. You said, it's tutorials. If someone's watching his TV show, it's not go, he's gonna encourage me to go do something. They watch his show to learn. Think, woman. Think. Use your brain. That's what it's there for, right?
Money to pay for the rape, torture, and murder of innocent cows.
Who the frick rapes a cow?
And pigs and chickens and so if you had them.
Who the hell rapes a pig, a cow, a chicken, a rat? All the animals you name. Who the hell fucking rapes them? And it's not murder because they're not killed when they're born. They're well fed, they're fattened, and then once they get to a certain age, their life starts to progress downhill. Then they go in, after living a happy life, they go in and turn into burgers, or steak, or lemon broil, or, that's how life is.
Morphine, and of course this is all hypothetical, right? Where, we wouldn't really do this stuff, of course,
That was like the complete, I am horny look right now. That is, I'm twirling my hair with my morphine or whatever the hell it is.
But like hypothetically, so if this was a
Anyways,
morphine needle, so when you get morphine at the hospital, you gotta like sign it out of the machine. You gotta put your ID, you put your thumbprint or your fingerprint and your eyeball or whatever to get. They figure out it's you, right? So they know that you're taking the morphine out of the thing, so they know where all the morphine goes. And then you walk into the patient's room, and then you got your morphine. And I would like, let's say you had to give Gordon Ramsay some morphine because he's in all out of pain. His thumb is just like hanging there and it's bleeding and everything. And you want to quickly give him relief because he's screaming, help, help. And you're thinking to yourself, help you? Why should I help you? Where were you when all the innocent animals were dying and screaming on the factory farms and being murdered in the gas chambers? All the pigs being murdered in the gas chambers. And you just
I think she's single.
said it was okay to keep doing it!
What the fuck was that? I just heard a 2-year-old right there.
Oof. So what would you do? What would you do if you had a...
Save the man's goddamn life. Not even that. His finger wouldn't be dangling. He'd just have a slit in his thumb. Okay? The only time your finger gets cut off is by chainsaw. Skill saw. Even that's it. Sawzall just cuts your finger open. Now, if the knife is sharp enough and you're cutting hard enough, it'll go through the bone. No problem. But that man won't be cutting hard enough to cut his finger.
Needle. And he has like an intravenous catheter there, and you can like give him the morphine, or subcutaneous or intramuscular or whatever way that, the doctor thinks is the best. And then you could just like give it to him, or you could just be like right beside it, just be like, just inject it like beep, bloop, right beside it, right beside him, like into a pillow or something. Nobody would know. Nobody would know. And Gordon Ramsay would just like keep on suffering, just the way that he made millions and millions and millions of animals suffer. Shouldn't he suffer too?
Wow. Wow, you want him to suffer.
Why should we give him back his thumb if he's just gonna use it to keep hurting all these animals?
Why do we give him some if we're just gonna keep using it dirty? Wow. It's God. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Of course, it's all hypothetical, What would you do? What would you do?
Help the goddamn man.
The best thing that we can do is everybody would talk to him and just say, Gordon, why are you being so mean? Why are you keeping on doing that? Why don't you just make your whole restaurant vegan? All your restaurants.
Gordon Ramsay is more of a person than you are. He's more of a teacher than you are. Because he teaches people. And why would he change his world famous restaurants for serving up his unique dishes to vegan? Oh yeah, we're gonna serve you this deep fried lemon broiled tofu that I got off my toenails today.
All of your meals and new cookbooks and everything. That way when you come and your thumb is hanging there, and if it's there, we'll know it's just because you missed when you were cutting a carrot. And it won't be an ethical dilemma for any of us. We'll all be so happy to help you. We'll be like, oh my God, let's put it back as quickly as we can.
That'd just be you. It's a doctor's job. And it's the hospital's job to help every patient that comes in. If Gordon Ramsay came in with his thumb dangling off his finger, they'd be like, get into that room over there, and they'd fix his thumb without having him fucking go, we're gonna rip your thumb off because you're an animal killer.
Get the best surgeon in the world to sew it up. Oh my God, give him as much morphine as he needs. This man is a beautiful person who became vegan. Let's help him. It would be so much easier. Oh, Gordon.
think she's in love with him. Ooh, just kidding. Why'd she talk like she's like, oh, Gordon? Like every princess movie. Oh, what's her name? Fucking. Oh, Sven. That was from else. Frozen, I think. Oh, Sven, I love you. Like she's talking about Gordon, sort of twirling her hair, and he's like, oh, Gordon.
Anyway, that was our talk today. We were doing our yoga. I don't know. I don't know what to do. But anyways, if any of you guys know him, just tell him that, he should really be vegan from now on, and he shouldn't be mean to that vegan teacher or anybody, because, vegan phobia is really mean.
You're mean to him, and he's just being mean back. That's what bullying is. You bully someone, they bully you back.
To everybody, all the time. It's not good. And you should, so why? You know what? Because people really don't know what happened.
I thought she said she was done talking. There's another 4 minutes of her doing this.
With the chickens and the cows and the pigs. Did you know that they take the baby boy chicks and they take, like here, see, this will be, like, imagine this was a baby boy, and baby chubby boy chicks are only about half the size, right? But a baby boy chick, when they're born, they go on this big assembly line. People check and see, and if it's a boy, they put them in blenders and they kill them.
No, they do not. They go, oh, it's a boy, we put him in the boy bin. Oh, it's a girl, we put it in the girl bin. And then they send him off to farms for him to grow up. If anyone has watched Dirty Jobs, he's done an episode where thousands and thousands of baby chicks, they call them sex them. They sex them. So like, they squeeze them, see what they are. If they're a boy, they have a little nipple. If they're a boy, they put them in the boy bin. And once that bin is filled, they put another empty bin and put it in there. They don't fucking throw them in blenders. Okay? They go, okay, they're separated. Now we send them off to farms, and then later on they can breed and go from there and live a happy life.
Murder them! It's terrible! It's just a terrible, terrible thing. Yeah. I mean...
Top it off, woman, that's a duck, not a chicken.
I mean, imagine if Gordon Ramsay was born into the body of an innocent baby chick, and somebody just put him in a blender because he can't lay eggs. That would be terrible. I mean, people have to be kinder to each other.
No, they come out of the egg, and then they wait till they're older, and then they lay eggs. Once they can't lay eggs no more, usually, I don't know what goes from there, like they'll either be sold for meat, or they just live old age,
To do the least harm on the planet to everybody, Shouldn't want to hurt anybody. And the mom cows, do you know what they do to the mom cows? They rape the dad cows and they rape the moms and then they...
No, they fucking don't. It's the mom and dad cow getting heat, they make out, then they have a baby. And it's that same process over and over and over.
They force them to be pregnant against their will. It's not even consensual. And then they take away the baby girls and put them back into the cycle of violence. And the baby boy cows, they murder them. They kill them and turn them into...
No, they fucking don't.
Veal. And the poor moms are abused their whole lives. It's the saddest thing. It's so sad. So Gordon Ramsay, I hate him so much. Oh no, I don't. No, I don't hate anybody. I love everybody. I love everybody.
You hate everybody. You hate everybody. You hate everybody. You hate everybody because you're not fucking vegan.
Nice person. I love everybody. I'm not like that vegan teacher. I don't hate anybody.
You are the fucking vegan teacher.
Gordon Ramsay, I don't want to hate you, but can you please be vegan from now on, please? Okay. Well, anyways, everybody, I gotta get back to work now because I had to go and save a whole bunch of people. But, thanks for
by ripping off the fucking fingers.
letting me talk to you. And like I said, if anybody knows Gordon Ramsay,
She's not done. There's another 3 minutes.
you just tell him to be nice from now on. He can be vegan from now on, and all his restaurants should be vegan from now on. And he should watch the documentary Earthlings to really know what happens. And if he's a total psychopath, then somebody just do something to him to fix that. I don't know.
You're the psychopath, not him.
but just something. I won't say what you should do to him. I don't know, but like maybe just invite him to an island somewhere. I don't know. Just invite him to an island and just bring him to a really nice, beautiful island, and then just like get in the boat and get away really fast so he can't do anything, and he can't be on the internet anymore, and he can't do any more harm to the innocent animals, you know? I don't know. Do you guys believe in karma? Do you think something bad will ever happen to him?
No, there's no such thing as karma for him. Nothing bad happened to that man. Karma will get you because you've done nothing but treat people like shit.
I don't know. You know, apparently that's the way karma works. Like now he's so rich and famous, and now he just did this deliberately mean thing.
Because he worked his way up there like every other rich person should have. He worked his way up as a good cook. He cooked lots of good food. Then he got his own TV show, and he has been guest on many TV shows. He has his own restaurant in Vegas, and he's traveled around the country. He's helped an entire town after it was flooded 3 times in a row. Like he helped rebuild that town. Okay? That man is a good man. He has saved many, many restaurants, family-owned restaurants, from going out of business and bad stuff. You're making fun of the man that has done many nice things for millions and millions of people.
Like he encouraged more than 40 million people to keep hurting animals. You know how many more animals are going to be hurt just because of him when anybody can just eat veggies, nuts, fruits, and seeds?
You said that about Daz.
And we can just have so much more of a better world. Anyway, so if anybody has a boat and you want to just lure him onto your boat and just say, hey, we're going to go to a really beautiful island. Do you want to come? And then you just bring him, and then just when he's not looking, just everybody just get in your boat and just go, wow! Just drive away as fast as you can. Just leave Gordon Ramsay on the island all by himself, and then he'll figure out he'll just figure out how great his claws are and how great he is of a carnivore, an apex predator. We'll see how well he does trying to, kill animals with his own bare hands because he's such a coward. He pays everybody else to do it. It's terrible.
What?
Anyways, call me if you know of a desert island that we can bring him to. I mean, I don't mean that
Oh my god, she's legit serious about this. She's saying let's lure Gordon Ramsay into a boat, drop him off on an island, and leave him there. Do you think that man is stupid enough to go, yeah, I'll go on your boat, we'll go to this island? Especially when you posted this video. He ain't gonna trust fucking diddly squat out of your mouth.
Personally, I mean, me meaning everybody else, because I would never do anything wrong to him.
You just said you rip off his finger and leave him on a fucking island.
I'm a good person. Anyway,
you're not a good person.
It was nice talking to you. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, okay? Because that's how you get a lot of different people to become vegan. We need lots and lots and
don't subscribe to our channel.
Lots of people to become vegan. Okay? Bye for now. Bye. I love you all. Bye.
Well, that was the first reaction on the channel. The vegan teacher. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This will probably be the only time. But don't subscribe to her channel. Subscribe to me for more gaming content. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you are in this country. Bon voyage.